Hello student, in this video we will see the further question answer. We start with the 20 number question that write the balance equation for the reaction of aluminium band heated in air. Write the name of the product. Second question, iron with the steam and name the product of which is obtained. The third one, that is of a calcium with water, and why does the calcium starts floating in the water. So let's see the first question, that aluminium is react with the heated air. Then it's produce the Al2O3, that is aluminium oxide. And in previous question answer we already see that the Al2O3 means aluminium oxide, means Al it is react means aluminium is react with the oxygen in the heated air, then it's formed the Al2O3 which is aluminium oxide, and this oxide is also known as a amphoteric oxide. The second question, that is iron which is react with the steam and name the product which is obtained. If the iron is react with the steam, then it's formed a ferrous oxide, and along with that the hydrogen gas is released. The third number question, that is of calcium which is react with the H2O means the water, then it's formed the calcium hydroxide, and along with that the hydrogen gas is released. So the bubble of the hydrogen which is stick on the surface of the metal, that's why this calcium is float on the surface. And this question we already see in the previous question. Now let's move further. Question number 21, that is write the balanced chemical equation for the following reaction. The first one, that is of a dilute sulfuric acid which react with the aluminium powder. The second one, that is dilute hydrochloric acid react with the sodium carbonate. The third one, that is carbon dioxide is passed through the lime water. Now let's see the first one, that is of dilute sulfuric acid is react with the aluminium powder. So the Al is react with the H2SO4 and it's formed Al2SO4 thrice, mean aluminium sulfate, and along with that the hydrogen gas is released. The second question, that is of dilute hydrochloric acid react with the sodium carbonate. The Na2CO3 means sodium carbonate which is react with the hydrochloric acid. So it's formed the salt, means the sodium chloride, along with that water and the carbon dioxide gas is released. The third one, that is of carbon dioxide is passed through the lime water. What's the formula of the lime water? Lime water's formula, that is of calcium hydroxide, is also known as a lime water. So the CaOH twice means the lime water which is react with the CO2, carbon dioxide. So it gives a CaCO3 means calcium carbonate. This calcium carbonate we get as a form of a precipitation, white color precipitate, and along with that the water is released. Now let's move further. The question number 22, that what is mean by rusting? With label diagram, describe an activity to find out the condition under which the iron rusts. Let's see the answer. The process in which iron react with the oxygen in the presence of a moisture to form a reddish brown coating of a hydrate ferric oxide. If I write down the formula of the rusting or write down the formula of hydrate ferric oxide, then the formula of the hydrate ferric oxide, that is of Fe2O3 into XH2O. While the X means the number of the water molecule which is react with the iron oxide. So the rusting means the process in which the iron react with the oxygen in the presence of moisture to form a reddish brown coating of a hydrate ferric oxide is known as a rusting process. Let's see the activity. First of all, take the 3 boiling tubes, label it with the A, B and C. Pour some of the water in test tube A. Put iron nail it and the cork it. The third one, that is pour boiled distilled water in another test tube which is labeled as a B and put iron nails in it. Then after add 1 ml of oil over the such that the oil floats over it, prevent to the direct contact of the air with the iron nail. The fourth one, that is take some of the iron nails in the test tube C and put some anhydrous calcium chloride in it and cork it. The last point, leave all the 3 test tube for 1 day and then after we have to do the observation. Here you can see in the first test tube A, in that what we do, in the A test tube we are pouring some water in the A test tube and along with that we add the nail. While in the B we add the water, along with that we make the layer of the oil to prevent the direct contact of the air with the iron nail. And in the C test tube we are adding the anhydrous calcium chloride. After 1 day we have to observe this reaction. So we can observe that the iron nails get rusted in a test tube A because both air as well as the water are present in it. The iron nails do not get rusted in a B because there is a water but there is no direct air contact. And in the C, the rusting will not take place because there is neither air or nor water. So the conclusion is that the iron get rusted in the presence of the air and the water. If the air is present and the moisture of the environment is present, then and then iron get rusted. Now let's move further. Number 23 question. So the formation of Na2O means sodium oxide by the transfer of the electron between the combining atom. The B question, why are ionic compound usually hard? The C question, how is that ionic compound in the solid state do not conduct electricity but they do so when it is in molten state? Let's see the first A question's answer. How the Na2 is formed, that we have to draw by the electron dot structure. As we know that the sodium, it possesses the 11 number atomic number. So the electronic configuration, that is of 281. So at the outermost orbit, 1 electron is there. So the sodium is lose the 1 electron and get the positive charge. But here the 2 Na is there. So one more Na, it also possesses the 1 electron in the outermost orbit. So while the formation of the Na2O, what happened? This 2 electron which is donated by the sodium, which is accepted by the oxygen. Here you can see in the figure, this 2 cross which is denoted by the electron which donated by the sodium, while the rest of the 6 electron which is of the oxygen. Here the 2 electron which is donated by the sodium, this 2 electron is gained by the oxygen. How like this the formation of Na2O is possessed. Now the second question, why are the ionic compound is usually hard? The ionic compound is usually hard because it possesses the strong force of attraction between the opposite charge ion. That is why the ionic compound usually hard. So the answer is, it is due to the strong force of attraction between the oppositely charged ion. The C question, that how is that ionic compound in the solid state do not conduct the electricity but they do so when it is molten state. This question already I explained in the previous video that if it is in solid state, it cannot able to make the free ions to move, where if it is in molten state, then this ionic compound are easily able to make the free ion. and this free ion is only responsible for the conduction of the electricity. So the answer is, in the solid state, ions are not free to move, whereas in a molten state, the ions are free to move. Therefore, they are conduct the electricity in the molten state. Now let's move further. 24 number question. A. Show on a diagram the transfer of electrons between the atoms in the formation of MgO. Write the symbol of cation and anion present in the MgO. MgO means magnesium oxide. The B question. Name the solvent in which the ionic compound are generally soluble. C question. Why are the aqueous solution of an ionic compound able to do conduct of the electricity? First of all, we give the answer of the first question. Here you can see the Mg plus 2 is there, means it possesses Mg's atomic number is 12. So the electronic configuration, that is of 282. So the Mg possesses the 2 electron in the outermost orbit. So Mg donate this 2 electron to the oxygen. Here you can see in the figure. This 2 cross means 2 electron which is donated by the Mg. So the Mg is become to Mg plus 2. While oxygen accept this 2 electron and it possesses the O minus 2. So from the MgO contains Mg plus 2 as a cation and O minus 2 as a anion. The B question. Name the solvent in which the ionic compounds are generally soluble. As we see the properties of the ionic compound, in that the one of the point is that the ionic compound are soluble in water. The C question. Why are the aqueous solution of ionic compound able to conduct the electricity? Same as the previous answer. It is because its aqueous solution, it consists of an ion, or you can say the free ion, which can move freely them and carry out the current. So this is the answer. Now let's move further. 25 number question. What are the amphoteric oxide? Choose the amphoteric oxide from amongst the following oxide. For that you have to remember the definition of the amphoteric oxide. What is the definition of the amphoteric oxide? Those oxide which react with the acid as well as the base to produce a salt and the water. Then we consider it as a amphoteric oxide. So among these Na2O and the ZnO, these two are amphoteric oxide among this given oxide. The next one, that is, define the terms minerals, ore and the gangue. First of all, we see the mineral. Mineral means it is a naturally occurring substance from which metal may or may not be extracted profitably or economically. For example, the aluminium cannot be extracted profitably from the mica. But the second one, that is of ore. Ore means it is a rocky material which contains a sufficient quantity of a mineral so that metal can be extracted profitably. For example, zinc blende is an ore of the zinc from which the zinc can be extracted. Sorry. The next one, that is of gangue. It is a rocky material which is present along with the minerals in the ore. For example, FeO is the gangue in the extraction of copper. FeO means iron oxide. Thank you.